There was once a vain emperor. He just loves clothes. More than ruling his land wisely, he seemed interested only in changing a new suit every hour. How he loved to show off his new clothes to all the people. Instead of discussing with his ministers the state of the kingdom, he was more interested in their opinion of his clothes.
So, my dear minister,
Your Majesty!
how do I look today? Is
Oh,
it better than the one I wore yesterday?
oh yes, of course. It's wonderful. What a beautiful design.
The story of the emperor's love for clothes spread far and wide, enriched the ears of two scoundrels. The cunning fellows landed up at the emperor's court one day and asked to meet the emperor.
And what work do you have with the Emperor? He is a busy man and cannot be meeting everyone.
Oh, we are very fine weavers, sir, and we can weave clothes like none other in the kingdom. And we have heard that the emperor loves clothes, and we are here to make deal with our beautiful clothing.
Well, as you see, our cloth is light and delicate that it's almost invisible. In fact, it is only visible for those who are free to do the jobs they're doing. And for fools, most certainly, it is invisible.
When the minister heard this, he rushed to tell the emperor about these amazing cloths the two weavers are talking about.
Fools cannot see, you say, and is invisible to those who are not suited to their jobs. This I must see. Go fetch them immediately. If what they say is true, then I will know who among my ministers and courtiers should be removed from their positions.
The minister then rushed to bring the two weavers to the emperor.
Come on, you two. You shall meet the Emperor. Your cloth must be good as you claim it to be.
The two weavers were presented to the emperor alongside his ministers.
You weave a special cloth, is it?
Yes, yes, your majesty. We weave cloth like none other in the kingdom.
Very well. You will be provided with everything you need, and you must spin the cloth around the palace. Here's a bag of gold to start with, and you might ask anything else you might want.
Of course, Your Majesty, we will spin the clothes here and make the most splendid suit for you. A suit or no one has ever seen.
The emperor ordered two looms to be set up in a room. The weavers asked for golden thread and finest of silks, all of which they hid away in their bags and pretended to be busy working at the looms. Meanwhile, the emperor was getting more and more curious to know what the weavers were doing and decided to send his trusted ministers to have a look.
Ah, ministers. The two of you are the most reliable and among the most sensible. So I know I can trust the both of you. I want you to go and look for the cloth that the weavers are weaving. You understand?
Of course, Your Majesty. We know exactly what you mean to say.
So the ministers went to the room where the weavers are busy working.
Oh, come in! Come in, sir! Look at this beautiful and intricate design we have woven. And look at the colors. It's so vibrant. Don't you like it, sir?
Oh yes, yes. I have never seen such a wonderful workmanship. I must tell the emperor.
And sir, can you please make some arrangement for some more gold threads and silk to be provided?
Yes, of course.
Good heavens! You cannot say to anyone that you cannot see anything. Is there something wrong with my eyesight? Or I am stupid, not suitable for my job?
That's all. We must not tell the emperor.
The ministers went back to the emperor, having decided to not mention that they can see no cloth being woven. After so many years of serving the emperor, they did not want it to be known that they are not suited for their job.
Well, ministers, what do you think of the cloth that the weavers are weaving?
Oh, Your Majesty, I have no words to describe it. It's beautiful.
Do you think it's good, is it? Do you think I should wear it in the grand parade that we're going to conduct?
Of course, Your Majesty. Everyone will be looking at you.
The weavers continue pretending to work on the looms. They asked for more gold thread and more of the finest silk available, and of course, put all this away in their bags. They asked for more candles, pretending to work late into the night. The scissors went snip, snip, snip in the air, needles weaving in and out of the imaginary cloth with no threads in them. After some time, the emperor again grew curious with the cloth the weavers are weaving.
I think I will now go and send my courtier to see how those two are going. Courtier, go and come along and see my cloth, and come back, and tell me everything in detail.
The courtier made his way to the room where the weavers were busy.
Oh, welcome, welcome, sir. Have you come to see the emperor's suit? Look how vibrant! We are sure we will never disappoint you. We worked really hard for this.
And how do you like it, sir? Have you ever seen such a magnificent design and such a perfect blend of color?
The courtier was as confused as the minister, and like the minister, he had no intention of being labeled a fool.
I must say, it is an amazing suit. Absolutely befitting for our great ruler. And you are right. I have never seen such marvelous craftsmanship.
The courtier listened to how the weavers were describing the suit because he did not know what he could tell the emperor otherwise.
Ah, my dear courtier, how do you think of my cloth?
Oh, Your Majesty, it is absolutely wonderful. Even the townspeople would love to have that for their parade.
The next day, the emperor went to the room where the weavers were busy pretending to weave the imaginary cloth.
Oh, Your Majesty, we have been waiting to show you your new suit. It is so beautiful, even better than we have expected.
People will be talking about nothing but your suit at the procession. Look at the top and the trousers. Isn't it nice? I'm sure it will fit Your Majesty like a second skin.
And the cloak, isn't it magnificent? They're all light and fragile, just like a spider's web.
The emperor could see nothing. For fear of being considered a fool, the emperor also went along and greatly admired the suit. The day of the grand parade has arrived, and the weavers are pretending to help the emperor wear his special suit. With his special pair of pants and his wonderful new top, the emperor is all set for the parade. With the scandalous looks and horrific comments from the townspeople, the emperor knew that his suspicions were right. But he thought, this procession has got to go on. And so he walked more proudly than ever, donning his special suit.
The Emperor's New Clothes is a fun story about human vanity and the fear of truth, wisdom, stupidity, naivety, and incompetence. It reminds us of the never-ending human desire for power, material things, and good position in the society. The main starter in the story is the Emperor's weakest spot, and that is clothes. The other starters of the plot are the conmen who wanted to take advantage of the Emperor's weak spot to earn money.
The time is not specific, but as in all fairy tales, everything happens once upon a time in a castle. Anderson tried hard to tell the plot and explain great things with short and easy sentences, and despite the fact that the stories were short, their composition was perfect from the starting point all the way to the end. Emperor was a leader that got comforted with his position, and all of a sudden, he was confronted with the fact that he could lose his position for stupidity and incompetence. Conmen were sly and managed to fool the whole castle, and in the end, they accomplished their goal and got rich. The child is the voice of consciousness in the story. In his naivety and the life deprived of ambition linked to material interests, he is the only one that spoke the truth. At the end, we have a question whether anyone needs honesty and truth in a world ruled by lies. A regiment is a large group of people that snaps out lies when someone tells the truth. They accept the truth, but it doesn't matter because lies are well settled in their world. Servants are the people loyal to the emperor, and they live in the fear of losing their jobs if they seem stupid by saying they don't see anything. Just to keep their position, they are ready to accept any kind of lie and support it. The story may be explained by pluralistic ignorance. Pluralistic ignorance is a situation in which a majority of group members perfectly reject the norm but go along with it because they incorrectly assume that most others accept it. This is also described as no one believes but everyone thinks that everyone believes. In short, it is a bias about the social group held by the members of that social group. The story is written by Hans Christian Andersen. The moral or message of this tale is that we must not let pride or fear keep us from speaking up. Another moral is that the children speak the truth when no one else will. This story shows the importance of proof in the form of empirical data, which is evidences that can be observed through the senses.